I want to ask you here on the stage tonight, do you make the same commitment that you will absolutely, sir, that you will absolutely accept the result of this election? We've learned from the WikiLeaks that you said this, and I want to quote, "My dream is a hemispheric common market with open trade and open borders." So that's the question. That's the question. Please quiet, everybody. Is that your dream, open borders? Why isn't what happened and what went on between you and the Clinton Foundation, why isn't it what Mr. Trump calls pay to play? Why would they all, in this last couple of weeks, make up, you deny this, why would they all make up these stories? And since this is a question for both of you, Secretary Clinton, Mr. Trump says what your husband did and that you defended was even worse.
If they did it by surprise.
Wait. Secretary Clinton, it's an open discussion.
Secretary would have gained if they did it by surprise.
Secretary, please let Mr. Trump speak.
Unfit.
Go ahead. I want to pursue your plan because in many ways it is similar to the Obama stimulus plan in 2009, which has led to the slowest GDP growth since 1949.
Correct.
Thank you, sir.
He was good, wasn't he? Chris Wallace, moderator for the final presidential debate. Consensus, he wasn't just good, he was excellent. And look who's here, Chris Wallace himself. Chris, welcome back to the program. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you. I feel like I should have gotten a T-shirt in Las Vegas that said I moderated this debate and lived to tell the tale.
Yeah, I'll buy one. Congratulations, Chris. I think you stole everything. That was terrific. Now, I want to ask you, on your Sunday show and all the other Sunday shows coming up this weekend, will the major discussion be about Trump's one sentence where he said, "I'll keep you in suspense about accepting the results of the election"? Are we still focused on that sentence that came out of the debate you moderated all the way through to this weekend?
Well, it's certainly something that's going to be discussed because it is unprecedented. It is a big deal. As soon as he said it in the debate, while I'm busy moderating, I'm still a newsman, and I knew that was going to be the headline. But no, to me, the focus on Sunday, and we're going to be speaking with Kellyanne Conway, Trump's campaign manager, is what is his strategy, what is his plan going forward? You point out that there's been a slight tightening in the polls, but I got to tell you, Stuart, a 6.5-point lead, if that's what it really is still a very sizable lead. Remember, Obama won a really sweeping victory against Mitt Romney, particularly in the Electoral College in 2012, and he had a 3.8, 3.9% margin. So 6.5 points, while it's not a landslide, could mean 100 or so electoral vote margin if it stays that way. So the question for Kellyanne Conway is, what are you going to do on Sunday, 16 days, to turn this around?
Yeah, fair point, Chris. Now, next one is the Al Smith dinner last night. Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump kind of got nasty on occasion. You could say that Cardinal Dolan, he had to act as moderator. Watch this a second.
Well,
pardon my congestion and cough. I'm afraid I'm coming down with a cold, which is completely understandable, given the fact that for the last 2 hours I've had a seat between our two candidates in what's probably the iciest place on the planet. Where is global warming when you need it? Right.
All right, Chris, obvious question. If you'd been moderating that discussion last night, how would you have handled it?
Well, I'm going to give a slightly different answer. Like the candidates, I'll take your question and give a different answer. I didn't like last night. I've been covering Al Smith's dinner since Reagan and Carter in 1980. And, you know, you can argue whether it's outmoded. Obviously, it raises millions of dollars for Catholic charities, so that's a good thing. But, you know, all of them up there in the dais in the white ties, it may be a little bit silly. But you know, in a sense, it's part of the glue. And you know, as these campaigns get so nasty, it's kind of nice to have a moment where the candidates, as much as they may hate each other, get up in white tie, or in the case of Secretary Clinton, in a nice outfit, and they you know, make some self-deprecating jokes, and they go after each other, but usually within kind of bounds. I can remember some people pulling it off quite elegantly, like Ronald Reagan or Barack Obama or Mitt Romney last time. I thought Trump really went over the line. I thought it was ugly. You could tell the crowd did. They booed him. you know, talking about her being so crooked she was kicked off the Watergate committee, or pretending that she likes Catholics when she hates them. It wasn't funny, it was mean. I thought Clinton was rough at times and maybe a little bit over the line, but Trump much more so, and it was inappropriate to the event, and you could tell a lot of people in the room felt that way.
We've got this new release from WikiLeaks. I'm going to show the email from acting DNC chair Donna Brazile talking about the economy under President Obama. Here's the email. I think people are more in despair about how things are. Yes, new jobs, but they are low-wage jobs. Housing is a huge issue. Most people pay half of what they make in rent. You know, Chris, this looks like another example of saying one thing in public, but something entirely different in private about a very serious issue, the state of the economy.
Well, that's true. And look, the WikiLeaks, had it not been, I mean, this is part of the point with Donald Trump. Had it not been for the whole scandal about women, and maybe even now for the whole issue about accepting the results of the election, we'd be focusing more on that. I think there was an even more damaging WikiLeaks that came out yesterday about Hillary Clinton trying to arrange a $12 million speech in Morocco, and not wanting to give it up, even though her campaign advisors were saying this is going to look bad as you're just at the moment in the spring of 2015 when you're going to roll out your campaign. And she ended up getting it for Bill and Chelsea. You know, that's all damaging stuff and raises questions about pay to play and frankly, greed. But we don't get to that. And you can say, yes,
right.
Part of it is the media, but part of it is also because Donald Trump takes the spotlight away. And sometimes the best thing you can do when your opponent is in trouble is just get out of the way.
Yes, well said. Congratulations again, Chris Wallace, for that moderating job. The best. Thank you very much, Chris. We appreciate you being here, too, sir.
Thank you, Stuart.